Hydrolyzed wheat gluten protein, if used properly, is your best plant protein option for replacing milk protein and milk replacers. Unlike soy, wheat lacks anti-nutritional factors that processing must negate, and it has a solid body of calf research and proven decades of use in special milk-fed veal and in milk replacer formulas, primarily in Europe, but also here in North America. Protein commonly makes up to 70% of the ingredient costs of a milk replacer, and suitable wheat sources are one of your best tools to reduce costs. I'm Dave Wood, Director of Sales and Tech Support at Animix, and today's 3-minute session is on feeding hydrolyzed wheat gluten protein to the milk-fed calf. Hydrolyzed wheat is neutral in color and taste. It's very low in ash. There's no nutritional factors to deal with. It's soluble and dispersible. You'll see no sediment when you use it. The brands that are proven range from low 80s to mid 80s in crude protein. It does require synthetic lysine, and that actually adds to the savings of the product. Typical use rate is around 5% with a 20% replacement of the protein in the formula. You can see it's a nice pretty powder that flows easily and looks well in a milk replacer. It's cost-effective. It's really the only reason to use it. There's 3 published calf trials, 13 non-published calf trials, and as mentioned, it's well proven in the field. It can range anywhere from a few dollars a bag to $5 or $6 a bag, depending on WPC prices. The EU veal industry surpasses America's by 20-fold, and the use of wheat is ubiquitous and has been for several decades. It also enjoys broad-scale use in calf milk replacers in North America and elsewhere in the world, in Europe and elsewhere in the world, but also in North America. There is one digestibility study showing it performed on par with skim milk at 94%. There are 3 veal studies that are out there, and it shows comparable to an all milk. There's 4 dairy beef studies in the U.S. showing comparable performance to an all milk. This is maybe one of the more interesting studies, a more recent one done at the University of Illinois, and examining either 4.5% or 9% inclusion rate, and there was no statistical difference between it and an all milk diet. University of Minnesota did some work looking at 2 brands, and it performed the same as an all milk. And one study done at Mapleview Agri in Ontario showed pre-wean no difference, but there was a post-wean reduction in average daily gain. There are 3 studies showing in milk replacers reduced performance. This commonly occurs in the first week or 2 of life, when the calf maybe lacks enough enzymes to break down the product, but it's just a slight depression. And then plasma, that's, I think, a good combination to go with wheat, because plasma strength is the first couple of weeks where you see better performance, and that can bridge this gap or this weakness. There's 3 studies here that we've been involved with, and then 1 here that showed a slight reduction again in gain. Wheat can be a great tool to reduce costs, and we encourage its use when it's necessary.